Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.
So today we have the big pleasure to be here with Hozier. Welcome back to Italy. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, really well. It's great to be back.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. So not only are you back to Italy, you're also back finally with your music. You released this new EP and Nina Cried Power was the first single. And this song is an ode to all the artists that use their music to go against society, to say this is racism, this is not fair, and give voice to the people that didn't have it. Do you feel that your music is going to that direction as well?
Not exactly. No, I think it's a tough one. I think for me that song is a thank you note to people who sang about things that they felt was important and things that were important to talk about, I suppose, and sing about, and people who were just honest. I can't make any claims on my own songs other than you just try to be honest, try to reflect that, and you know, I just write about what I'm interested in and what I think is important, and that's all.
Okay, so it's not an engagement from your music.
I don't know if that's the intention, but I'm sure people will interpret it whichever way. But it's really about, for me, it's just, it's writing about stuff I think is important and is worth talking about and worth listening.
And talking about what people, how people interpret your music is often labeled as indie gospel. Do you like this definition? How do you feel about giving labels to music nowadays?
It is definitely, I think, from a musician's point of view, it can be quite not frustrating, but it can be quite self-defeating, because it's trying to squash everything that you do into two words. Very, very, very hard to achieve that. And genres, genre as well too at the moment, like as you say, styles, they're kind of music, they're kind of breaking down at the moment, and I don't know how useful they are for us to label styles of music. But indie gospel, it's not the worst description I've heard either.
Yeah, it's nice, but sometimes they could limit, because if now in a couple of years you want to release a super pop album, it will be a limit for you. Yeah. Okay, so talking about new album coming soon. Next year there will be your new album. It will be released, your second studio album. What can we expect from it? And I have like a personal question. Did you feel intimidated by it, since your first album was such a world success?
To a degree, obviously. I think everybody has that pressure, and for me, it wasn't a pressure to achieve that same success, because I felt that was quite unlikely with that song, that it was a bit of a phenomenon that it did as well as it did. I think for me it was more a pressure to make sure that I was writing songs for the right reasons, and not writing them for the same in the same from the same place that I would have wrote the first record. So just kind of writing music that I wanted to hear being written, and writing music that I felt was that I enjoyed and loved and hoped other people would appreciate too. So that was more the harder thing, not being wound up in the success of that.
And the last single that you released is Movement, with a video starring Sergei Polunin. Did you expect your music to be so appreciated in the world of dancers? Because usually this kind of music is not thought to be the perfect for contemporary dance, for example.
Yeah, definitely. So like, it's kind of, I think Sergei had done a performance to Take Me to Church, which I think gave that a whole new life, and gave the song kind of a new life and a new purpose, and it breathed new life into it in a wonderful way. And I really appreciated that, and he is so talented, and what he does is remarkable. So it was, and so he's even, there's a little nod to him, a little reference to Sergei in the song, as a kind of, I suppose, a little thank you note. So it was nice to kind of reach out to him and to work and collaborate with him, because I think his performance as well too brought my work into the hearts and minds of people in a different way, and I think opened it up to people who are dancers, and over the last few years I've seen a lot more people dance to my music for different reasons, but I think he'd as well had a big part to play in that.
So, talking about movement, but in general, your lyrics often have religious references. Like in Movement, you talk about John and the Whale, and Take Me to Church. You talk to God as well. So, since you're Irish and you're here in Italy, and both our countries are kind of like traditionally very Catholic countries, what is your opinion nowadays about the Catholic Church?
It's a super open-ended question. It's a big question.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. There's a lot of things. I think that it would be great to see leadership over many things and many issues. I think faith is a very important thing to a lot of people, and I wouldn't want people to think that the song like "Take Me to Church" or is an attack on faith. I think faith is very important. It's very important to a lot of people, and I think it's a very sacred thing for a lot of people. And I have a lot of appreciation for faith. But I definitely have my own frustrations with people and with powerful men, and I think really
because sometimes there is I think there is a big difference between faith and the church, and sometimes people just put them together.
That's it exactly. Yeah, that's it. So that's why I say it's such an open-ended question. If we were to talk about, you could talk about the institutionalized Catholic Church, but sometimes I'll let the songs do the work. The less I say, the better. Probably. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. We ran out of time, unfortunately. It was a big pleasure to meet you. I wish you the best for tonight's concert, for your coming soon album, and we have a studio in which we will be so happy to welcome you and to play some songs.
I'd love to come in. Yeah, I'd love to come in and do a session. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.